Well, hello everybody. Today is March 8th, 2013. It's the beginning of the new bee season. As you can see, I wrapped my hives with hot water tank insulation this past fall. First time I ever tried that, and I wanted to see if it was going to work. So far I have activity in all three of my hives, which is good. And I'm actually going to pull the wrap off today. It's starting to warm up here in lower Michigan, and I think it'll be safe enough to give them their freedom now. What I have, if you look at these hives, what I actually have, and you can't see it right this moment, but I have two brood chambers at the bottom. There's two brood chambers. Then there's a honey super with a small spacer, and then there's an upper brood chamber that's empty, except that I have a burlap back inside of it filled with straw, sawdust, some leaves, and that's to absorb the moisture during the wintertime so that the bees don't get all dampened out, as to say. The girls are really busy flying around here. What I did was I wrapped the hive starting at the back, and you see the back is completely solid. There's no seams. After I put the wrap around the hives, I put a layer of plastic around just to make sure that the water doesn't get to it, and I attached it up near the edges up there. But the lid's still open, air can still get up inside, moisture can still come out the sides. Around the front, to seal the plastic up, I put a little piece of tape down there, and then as you can see I put little ropes, just twine. And that's just to hold it down so it doesn't try to move around. The plastic is on there for a reason. I wanted to make sure that the insulation did get wet from snow and the box would be warming up a little bit. And I trimmed out the very front entrance. If you look down here, it's actually I notched it right there and across so that the entrance would be open. And also, because of the diameter of the, it's a Langstroth hive, by the way, and the diameter of the hive wouldn't allow me to actually pull the pieces tight together, which was okay because I needed the opening there for the breather. There's a hole up there, and then the entrance down here. So it didn't really matter. I stuffed some extra pieces that I had cut out from down here in the front just to fill it in and make sure they were covered okay. And that seemed to work. I mean, one thing I didn't anticipate, and it's not too big of a deal, was that I think the twine held bees in there where they were trying to come out once in a while, and they'd get down between the plastic. Next year I'm going to do something different. Where these entrances are, I'm actually going to put like a margarine cup, cut a hole out of it, and then set the cup right through there, and then attach it to the frame so that that plastic, see how the plastic kind of sticks out? Let me zoom in. It kind of sticks out a little bit, and I think they were getting behind it. So if I put a cup in there and kind of screw it to the over top of the hole, screw it to over top of the hole, it'll give us an entrance and an exit way without falling down in between the stuff. And then too, the cup will be tilted down slightly because of the shape of like a sour cream tub. That'll be tilted down slightly with a hole in the base of it, and then any snow that does come will run right out of it. And the water too. So, but I'm taking it off today. And I just wanted you to see it. It seemed to work fine. I have live bees in all three of my hives. They're pretty active. I can hear them buzzing. And I guess it's time to let the girls out and let them experience some more sunlight. They're doing their cleansing flight, I'm assuming, right now, because there's absolutely nothing to eat this time of the year. If you see, it's still pretty darn cold here. Hopefully, this whole field here will have clover in it. Sweet yellow clover this spring. I planted it last year, but it never did bloom. So we'll just see if we get some new blooms. It's a biannual, so hopefully I'll have that, and plus some lupine. I planted lupine actually all through this thing in like a half circle, and we'll see what happens there. I do have some more flowers I want to plant this year. We'll see what happens. But anyways, I'm going to pull the covering off today, but I wanted you to see it just so you could get an idea of what I did, and it really appears to have worked well. Just make sure if you do something like this, make sure you've got a gap up there. I used duct tape right around the top, over top of the plastic that I had on it, and that pressed it in, and it also made it the air could still get up underneath the outer cover and get down inside, so that there'd be a nice breezeway for them to get rid of any extra moisture that builds up during the wintertime. But it seemed to work well. And anyways, I wanted to show you. I'm going to have 2 more hives down there. I have to extend the length of my cage here. I'm going to add 2 more hives. My wife wants a hive, so she's going to have her own hive this year. And I'll probably bring it all the way down to this area here. I'm going to open it up so it's a little bit longer. There'll be room for 3 or 4 more hives if I need them. I'll have to extend my electric fence to keep those darn little skunks out of there. That's not a big deal. I have plenty of wire. But there you go. Let's see what happens this year. I want to tell you, have a happy day, and I'll be seeing you again this summer. Bye-bye.